Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Today we're going to talk about SKSs. What I have here is a Norinco paratrooper. It's got the little stumpy bayonet. It's got the shorter barrel. Everything else is the same. And I have the hyper reliable, for some reason extremely expensive because it's not reliable at all, 20 round star mag. Peak aesthetics for an SKS in my opinion. Second to only the greatest SKS ever made, the Yugoslavian SKS. Fight me on that. It's the best. So with these beautiful guns gaining so much value lately, and parts getting harder to find. For instance, this SKS running a 20 round star mag is extremely unreliable, so this is a bad example, but 10 round mags. Try to find a Chinese 10 round SKS mag on the internet. Kind of impossible right now, so I'm stuck with it. Hopefully I can find one, because even though this looks awesome, they're pretty unreliable for the most part. Some people get lucky, I did not. But these things are getting so valuable. So why in the world, Bubba, why would you ever want a tactical one of these things? Let's say you did want to pimp out your SKS. The Bubba'd SKS has been the bane of so many people's existence that are into comm block guns for so long. We've truly known how valuable these comm block guns are for so long that when we see people just do some horrible things to what we know would one day be a valuable SKS, it really just hurts you deep down inside a lot. So today, I have a Bubba'd SKS that I think might change your mind. And even though these Norinco SKSs, among others, aren't getting any easier to find, they're not getting any less valuable, I still think if you Bubba them the right way, they're actually kind of cool. And you sons of bitches are gonna watch this video and say, no, don't Bubba your SKS, you're gonna kill the value, whatever. One of the highest viewed reels that I have on this channel is a Bubba'd SKS that's got well over 1 million views. Either people are hate watching it or people kind of like it. And if you read the comments on that video, a lot of people love it. Very few people hated it. This is over like 1 million views. So I figured I got to track this dude down and borrow this gun and make a full video. So today I give you probably the best Bubba'd SKS I've ever seen. This time Bubba did good. Let's go take a look. Before we get into this video, I gotta tell you about the craziest thing happening this spring. April 4th and 5th in Texas, Kalash Bash is going down. It's the largest AK event in the country. We still have general admission tickets available right now. Everything's going on at Kalash Bash. We have 60 vendors, all focusing around AKs, coming out to show you the new hotness going on in the AK world. We have everything from aerial gunnery, where you get to shoot out of helicopters, tank rides, Sherp rides, a full concert that is free at the campsite. You're seeing that right now. That's all included with your general admission ticket. We honestly try to give you the best bang for your buck with the greatest AK experience possible. Kalash Bash, Texas. I'll put the link for these tickets in the description below. Hopefully we see you there. Call in sick. Play hooky. Don't go to work. Go to Kalash Bash. Love you, bye. Dude, this thing shoots really well. And here's the guy, this is Thorn. This is the guy that Bubba'd up a perfectly good SKS. So I wanted to get you on camera to tell the people everything that you did. I tried my best to explain it, but, and again, I know I've said it in the video, but we shared a story of this gun briefly that reached way over 1 million views. So I reached out and said, I gotta film this damn thing. So straight from the horse's mouth, how much did you pay for the gun and what did you do?
I bought this thing a while back when SKSs were still really cheap. So I bought it for about $200. Good luck trying to get a $200 SKS now. So I bought it basically as a project gun. So starting off, what I did is I chopped the barrel down. This was a full 20-inch barrel before. Did it myself, crowned it. I then bought a new front sight post that was just a bolt-on front sight post.
Do you know this? I got so many questions about this. The origins, what's it called?
I forgot it, but then I was able to find it. I think Bullet Button actually made it. I don't remember where I bought it from though. I think I bought it off some sketchy website, and I hope they didn't steal my credit card information.
It's the best websites.
Best websites. Heat shield was actually made from a Mossberg heat shield. So before
You made that?
I made that.
Okay.
That's actually straight from a shotgun. You can get them now that are pre-fit for the SKS, but back when I was doing it, they didn't have them. Big one that I know everybody talks about is the stock. So the stock was made from a Yugo stock. I worked at a gun shop. They had a ton of these.
When you say stock, you mean like the wood?
The
actual
wood.
stock.
Yeah.
Got
The wood was actually a Yugo stock that I then cut off. We had a bunch of extra stocks lying around that weren't selling, so
Chinese SKS in a Yugo stock, and it fits okay?
there was a lot of fitting involved.
Okay.
So it's actually also bedded on the inside because it didn't quite line up right. A lot of Dremel work, a lot of fitting, a lot of sanding. But I also had the Butler Creek 1022 stock here that I bolted on, secured in the back with 2 bolts, one in through the bottom that also holds on the pistol grip, which I 3D printed and then fake lighted, and just it happened to match.
I thought that was wood this whole time.
Oh no, that's 3D printed.
Okay.
I also did a bolt mod, so putting in detachable mags with the SKS, you actually usually have to insert the mag when the bolt's open, and you can't insert the mag when the bolt's closed usually, unless you grind off 2 of the rails. It doesn't affect function or anything. It's more helpful if you have like the 10 rounder in there, but if you're running the detachables like I do, it's very helpful.
And speaking of the detachables, we're mainly running the new Archangel detachables, which per the internet says, if you're gonna bubba your SKS, they seem to be the best.
Yeah, they
and
work
I've had
better
great
than
luck with them.
the AK mag conversions. I have a friend that had an AK mag conversion. It would choke constantly, and this is more reliable than that.
And you can go right back to your M-block mag if you wait. I mean, we've done it.
Yeah, you can go back to 10 round. I had a Star mag in this.
Yep.
Star mag doesn't run great, but
No, they
man,
don't.
does it look good.
Yes.
And of course, another one that everybody's asking for is the scope mount. That is actually a Pro Mag scope mount as well. So a lot of Pro Mag on this gun.
Did you drill and tap?
I also drilled and tapped it. So
Scary.
That was nerve-wracking doing. Tried a lot of different mounts.
It fell out super straight, and when I was shooting this, you had it zeroed at 100 yards?
Yes, sir.
Dude, this thing was a laser beam when I was shooting it at the range.
This is probably one of the most accurate 7.62 guns I've handled, shot, have.
And you know what's interesting? In the video, I just bought a Norinco paratrooper. I don't know if you planned it. The barrel length is like exactly the same.
Nope.
It's dead on, the same as a para.
Well, as any Bubba would do, I just tape measured it and went yeehaw and guessed.
Yeah. You know what this needs? It needs threads.
One day.
That's what it needs.
One day I will.
This would be an awesome suppressor host.
This would be great. Now, if only KNS would make a gas piston for it.
Yeah.
Just saying.
You know, they made a prototype VZ Tappet tunable gas piston that I feel like with slight tweaks they could make it for an SKS. Just no one threads these things, so they'll never make it. But maybe a prototype would be cool. And then you painted it, right? And
then I painted it. Good old Rust-Oleum.
Hell yeah. Well, I got to say, dude, out of all the Bubba'd SKSs, I think you're making Bubba'd SKSs cool, because that video, millions of people watched it, and if you read the comments, I would say it's not even 50-50. I would say it's like 60-40. 60% of people loved it. 10 years ago, oh, dude, they'd have strung you up for doing this.
Well, that's when I did it, was 10 years ago.
Well, it eventually became cool.
I survived.
Yeah, dude. So today we're going to shoot it at a match, 4 stages of paint at TK, and the goal is to beat you with your gun.
Yeah.
What are you shooting today?
Shooting AK, so I got a leg up. It's got a muzzle brake on it and some nice triggers. So.
All right. This trigger's interesting. It has the longest reset with like no weight to it. It's like, bam, travel, reset. It's different.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's not quite an AK. I know a lot of people are like, oh, just buy an AK. I already have an AK. I have a few.
Yeah.
So
This is just, it's cool.
It's
so
cool.
let's see how it does at the match, and then yeah, man, I'll show you guys the scores later, how good or how bad I did. And if we don't see Thorn again, thank you so much for letting us borrow this. It's been really cool to have it on the channel. I think people are gonna love to hate watch this thing, but for the people that love it, that's the guy. Don't get mad at me.
I'm only gonna be mad if you beat me.
All right, well, let's get shooting, dude.
All right.
Safety is on.
Shooting ready?
Yep.
Stand by. Hit! 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 Hit!
Get on out there.
Oh no. Oh no.
Bubba, why?
What, Bubba?
What's up, Bubba?
Get out of there, Bubba.
Alright, if you're done, I'm gonna stay clear.
That went quite poorly, I would say.
Look good to me. Shooter, are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Nice. Right, if you're done, I'm not sure if you're... Shooter, are you ready?
Yep.
Stand by.
Yeah, babe.
Hey, that reload was okay.
Yeah, good job.
Bye.
I'm a little iffy on one of the cardboards. Was the cardboard clean? For those of you wondering, we did beat Thorn with his own gun. We came in 4th out of 46. Not bad for a Bubba'd SKS. All hits at about 75, 80 yards. I will say the mag change is extremely easy to screw up on this. When you do, it's gonna spit around right at the top of the gun, and maybe you'll end up with like 19 rounds, but when you get it right, it feels pretty cool, dude. You kind of have to like index off of that screw there. I have to tell myself like go that deep, otherwise you'll screw it up. Man, once you get the hang of it, pretty good. That's a hit. That's a miss. 5, 6, 7. Hit. Hit. 5 seconds flat, 2 hits at 50 yards. That's a miss. Oh no. And that's kind of what can happen. It like kicks that first round up. If you miss it at all, it gets all jacked. Reset. That's a hit. Second round was a hit. 6.2. The reload was faster, but I wanted to get 2 hits. One thing that's for sure, these mags have been working flawless. Haven't had any issues. Once they're in there, they work. If you don't get them in there perfect, it pops a round up through the receiver, and then you have 19 rounds on your next reload. But these Archangel mags, believe it or not, work pretty good. Had no confidence in them. But even the owner of this gun said the 20 rounders work the best. There's like some pro mags that are 30s that are so-so, but and then I saw some posts on Reddit, and people seem to agree. The Archangel 20 round detachables do make your SKS better because they work. Whoa, 5.4, not bad. Yeah. Really bad one, 6.53. But you can see how easy it is to screw it up. It is so pointable and shootable, man. The stock is very comfortable, believe it or not. His cheek riser is like the perfect height, and that grip gets you right where you need to be on that trigger, man. It shoots really well. It just does. I think Para Norinco SKSs are probably the coolest SKS just because they're short and they're a bit more wieldy, and they still seem to reach out and be very accurate. So I kind of like that the barrel's trimmed down. I can feel a crown in there, so he has recrowned it. This cheek riser that he's made is perfect for the height of that dot. This dot is a, what is it, a Vortex Crossfire. I gotta say, dude, that cheek riser and the height of that dot is a really good sight picture. I'll try to remember to get some footage of that and show you here, but totally unobstructed. It does not co-witness with irons, but if you look underneath your mount here, it's a chore because of that cheek riser, but you can see your irons underneath that mount, and they are zeroed. So you do have 2 ways to aim. It's just cool, man. Like, sometimes you love to hate something, but then it turns out to shoot pretty good, and it shoots so good. I love that when people see this, they instantly hate it, but I'm telling you, after shooting it today, the zero he has, the optic height, the stock, everything all together, all that weight off the front end, this thing is very shootable. Even though the trigger is booty cheese, it's a really fun gun to shoot.
It does shoot great. I think it looks cool. I think it's finally come into its own. Ultimately, with this thing, if you just learn the little nuances on how to run it well, like, you know, getting the mag in just the right way, the trigger that's not so great, the SKS safety, the height of the optic, and the lighter front end, just all the little nuances that this thing now has. Once you learn those, just like you would learn on any other gun when you're picking up a new platform, you can run this thing fast. We took 4th place out of almost 50 shooters at a local carbine match. That impressed me. I just impressed myself with this thing. The gun can really put up some good numbers. And it's like Thorin said, this thing's a laser beam out to 100 yards. That was exactly how I felt about it when I took it out shooting. I felt like if I really tried, I could not miss steel with this thing. And the 1-to-1s were super fun, a little slow because that duckbill mag's a little goofy to get in there. But again, like I say, it's just different. With time, I feel like I could be even better, even faster with this thing. But yeah, I really do appreciate what a college kid did to his SKS 10 years ago when he didn't have a lot of money. I feel like the gun is way cooler now than it would have been back then. I feel like Bubba'd SKSs are kind of like Creed. They were uncool for so long, and all of a sudden, they're cool again. Yeah, Bubba'd SKSs are a lot like Creed. They're just cool again. Anyway, really appreciate Thorin for letting us borrow this thing. Dude, thank you so much. That means a lot to me that a viewer and a fellow competitor would let me borrow his gun that long to film a video. That's always greatly appreciated. Thank you all for watching. Let me down in the comments what you think about this thing, and I want to know if you have ever bubba'd up a gun. And be honest, did you do a good job or did you do a bad job? I'd love to hear it. Thank you all for watching. We'll definitely see you next time.